Welcome to Time Cardano. Penny for what you think. As an investor, you're probably getting down on Cardano because it has never had the moonshot mentality of other cryptocurrencies. It is one of the blockchain projects that people trust the most. But if it stays at the lows, investors shouldn't have high hopes for it. What needs to be done to keep Cardano in the news, and how will this affect the price of the coin in November? Written by Charles Hoskinson. Cardano was made to help with decentralized finance. At first, ADA traded for around 2 cents, but in 2018, there was a big change. The prices of all cryptocurrencies went up, and ADA was no different. Even though those highs couldn't last, and the coin went back to its lows for a couple of years, the Cardano blockchain left an impression on people who followed the cryptocurrency market. Early in 2021, the crypto market grew a lot, which had a big effect on the price of an ADA coin. During that time on the market, some ADA price predictions were changed. Cardano ADA kept going up, reaching an all-time high of $3.10 before it crashed after the Alonso hard fork. Even so, investors are excited about the speed of the blockchain network, how it uses energy, and what it could be used for. Cardano has a lot more in store for investors and users as it works to become a self-sustaining system, which is its ultimate goal. Cardano's value may go up as the network grows and works to help him reach his goals. And when he gets there, the price of an ADA coin may go through the roof. Putting all your eggs in one basket may seem like a good idea, but it can be dangerous even if you are sure the basket is strong. This idea also has a place in cryptography. Cardano ADA shouldn't be your only investment, but you should give more weight to well-known crypto players like Cardano and others who sell it over meme coins. It's not unusual for potential flaws to show up and stop bullish predictions of any cryptocurrency. Every cryptocurrency can have flaws that can make it hard to reach the goals and price projections he set out. Cardano ADA is not like that at all. This is because Cardano upgrades only happen after a peer review, which keeps bugs from coming in later in the game. Cardano is building up its system in a methodical way through a series of steps, which is a good sign. So we can be sure that any predictions made about the Cardano blockchain and ADA coin price in November won't be wrong. Charles Hoskinson, who made Cardano, can go to any link to defend his view that Cardano is a blockchain. Several times, the true nature of the ecosystem has been shown, especially when Hoskinson goes after people who think it's trash. Charles Hoskinson recently responded to a Bitcoin maximalist named Max Kaiser in a tweet. Kaiser said that Hoskinson had the power to decide and carry out a burn of ADA tokens as he tried to make the proof-of-stake blockchain network look like it was very centralized. Hoskinson replied by tweeting that Bitcoin maxes are way too stupid. Everyone wants the Bestel hard fork, but I can't even force it. Some of the most well-known Bitcoin maximalists bring up the fact that Corey Clemson, a Bitcoiner and CEO of Swan Bitcoin, said that a blockchain was just a marketing scam. His thoughts are that the only way blockchain has any value right now is as part of a system made for Bitcoin. The word blockchain is just a way to sell something. If someone uses the word blockchain, they are trying to trick you. This fact is no longer in question. At this stage, repeat offenders have been considered pathological liars. He tweeted on July 26, the Cardano founder was not ready to tolerate any smear on Cardano, especially from Bitcoin maximalists. Quote, "He is an idiot" is a recognized class of technology that solves real problems from voting to the supply chain. Just because he can't figure out why doesn't mean it's not true, any more than not being able to understand radiation means it doesn't exist. Hoskinson says that the blockchain is a type of technology that is known to solve problems in the real world. Reports say that the founders of Cardano stood their ground and said that they believe in blockchain technology and its ability to improve government services all over the world and make them work together. Blockchain can support this interconnected global community as we transition to a truly global society by ensuring the secure transmission of data smoothly and democratically. In fact, as Hoskinson says, no one person or group will have full control over important things and resources. He proved his points by giving examples of how blockchain technology is being used to solve problems in the real world. He also talked about some of the ways it can be used, which shows how much economic growth and development are happening. With this, it is safe to say that Cardano is worth the trust, because it is about to improve in the long term. Don't forget that it's still set as the Ethereum killer and isn't even close to becoming it yet. For investors to feel safe and trust the ecosystem, the price of an ADA coin needs to go up without much trouble. And for the price of ADA to go up, there are many things to think about, but the Fed's decision is the most important one. In September, the Federal Reserve raised interest rates by 75 basis points. This was the third time in a row this year that central bankers decided to raise rates by this much, which made market headwinds stronger. But some economists think that once the terminal rate is reached, it will probably stay at that level until inflation goes down a lot. According to Joe DePaul-Swale, CEO of Bit More Capital, if the Fed stays hawkish, the markets will try to go down and decide to stay quiet until inflation numbers come out and show that things are getting better. In their outlooks for the economy, the Fed board and the president both said that interest rates will go up even more. There is no clear turn point set for 2023. During a press conference after the interest rate decision, Fed Chair Jerome Powell said, "My main message has not changed at all since the Fed's economic synopsis last month and Jackson Hole. The FOMC is strongly committed to bringing inflation down to 2% and will keep it until the job is done." In the short term, the crypto market is crazy, and coins are expected to move in a neutral or bearish way. Most of the time, cryptocurrencies move based on what the Fed does. Analysts say it won't be easy for Bitcoin Ethereum to get away from the Fed's control anytime soon. Risky assets are already sensitive to a conservative environment and are already set to lose a lot in the coming months, taking crypto down with them. The price of an ADA coin is now tied to a Fed meeting in November. Next month, the Fed plans to raise interest rates by 3/4 of a point. This is because policymakers are surprised by how quickly prices are going up and are worried that inflation is still going strong. Because of these worries, the Fed may decide to raise heights a little bit higher than they did before. They will have to decide between two big options at their next meetings. And they are if the slow-fast rate goes up or if they stop altogether. A lot of new data shows that the job market is still strong and that inflation is still making people nervous. Investors have priced in a fourth consecutive 3/4 point move at the Fed's November meeting, and officials haven't done anything to change that expectation. Officials will definitely need to raise the rates more than they thought they would in September, because inflation is still going strong despite big steps to fight it. Cardano ADA shouldn't expect to hit any new highs at the next Fed's meetings. This is because the Feds have become steadily more aggressive this year in their fight against inflation. Alan Blinder, who used to be chair of the Fed, said that it is hard for the Fed to slow down for no clear reason. Well, what would you say if you were Jay Powell and the Fed was slow to 50? They can't say that inflation has gone down. He said that the court would not let them in. Cardano ADA, on the other hand, has been making gains in places that investors usually don't pay attention to. Most investors like to see big partnerships, celebrity endorsements, and the go-for-broke attitude that comes with many new cryptocurrencies. Cardinal, on the other hand, has said that it will be the world's financial operating system, regardless of how people feel and what they think. The price of an ADA coin right now seems like a rare chance. If you're hoping that Cardano ADA's prices will go down quickly, you'll be disappointed. But if you're thinking about the long-term future of the blockchain industry and the incredible power of crypto to change the world, you might be on the right track. Your said and cascading thoughts about Cardano ADA won't be solved by a penny, but a long-term goal might be. What do you think about this? Put them in the section below for comments. In the next video, we'll see you again. But before that, check out our other videos to see how Cardano is living up to the dream of being the Ethereum killer. And as always, make sure you click the buttons to sign up for alerts.